There is a battle brewing between boaters and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. It all stems from a plan to close access to water around several dams in Tennessee and Kentucky.
Now, the Corps cites safety concerns, but those who oppose it say the government is taking something away from them. Cherry Barlow reports.
We're just restricting waterborne access into that area.
It's taking waters away that is a public waterway.
Some Tennessee and Kentucky fishermen are fighting back against the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. At issue, the Corps plans to close portions of the rivers below these 10 dams. The Corps also wants to barricade the waters around the dam in the lake to block boaters from the area.
Over the past couple years, and increasingly so, we're getting more fatalities around the dam. We've had 3 in the last 3 years.
The Corps of Engineers tells me this move to close off the waters is something they've been looking at for years. They say a policy that's been on the books since 1996 gives them authority to make the changes due to safety concerns. But those opposed to the restrictions say if safety is the Corps' primary concern, officials should look above the dams.
There's been over 800 deaths above the dams. If they want to talk about safety, that's where they need to focus their safety on.
Take the dam at J. Percy Priest Lake. On the lake side of the dam, there have been more than 150 deaths, but below the dam, there have been none. I asked the Corps why that's not being addressed.
Because right now the regulations don't state that.
Morris says when this happens, it will hurt more than just who use the waters.
Below Barker Dam, the Cumberland River Basin, you're looking at a $3 million impact. No telling what it is around here.
My response is, what is one life worth? You know, how can you put a dollar value on trying to save just one life?
In Nashville, Jerry Barler, Nashville's News 2.
Well, Senator Lamar Alexander spoke out today in support of the fishermen at the Old Hickory Dam. The senator announced his intention to introduce legislation next week to delay a plan by the Army Corps of Engineers to totally block access to fishing around dams on the Cumberland River and its tributaries. The project, according to the Corps, is to ensure safety. But Senator Alexander says the plan is unreasonable and expensive.
If the legislation that I'm introducing doesn't work, I have other legislation I could introduce. I'm on the Appropriations Committee that oversees the Corps funding, and when I have a chance to do it, when the Congress will pass an appropriations bill, I can try to pass legislation that will prevent them from taking $2.6 million and using it to erect these physical barriers.
Alexander's proposed legislation would require environmental impact reviews before restricting public access, and that process could take more than a year. In response, the Army Corps says that it showed the senator hazards within the proposed restricted areas and emphasized their desire to comply with Corps policy.